Oh yeah, hey guys. Like, comment, and subscribe. Get you some merchandise at Too Much Game Podcast.store. Cash at me at Uncle Dolemite. You get live on these platforms at one good time. Cause you already know. Instagram be hating as always. Live on Bigo. What they say? Minors are strictly prohibited from using Bigo Live. The review team will monitor live content 24/7 to prevent the spread of content that may be harmful or violate community guidelines. If you encounter any violations, please report the content promptly. For sure, Bigo. What's going on, sir? Little Cynthia? What's happening? Invite you to video chat itself. I don't even know who that is, and they got a question mark over their face. So we ain't doing that. What's up? Il Pacino, what's going on? Del Peasy. You know, all the Bigo people, they got like names that don't look like they in the United States and all that. And Bigo, they don't never be leaving comments. So I still gotta figure Bigo out. I've been live on Instagram for a cool little second. I hit that minute, so it is what it is. Let me go ahead and get the show started. It's always shots fired. What do you say? This is a live question, or you doing your normal? I don't know. And then there was bass. Good evening, motherfuckers and motherfuckers. This is your host, Uncle Dolemite, for the Too Much Game Podcast, live from the sanctuary once again. Today's episode, if you want to ask me questions on Instagram, I'll fuck around and let a nigga join the IG live. Cause I don't know what the fuck I'm gonna talk about on today's episode. I ain't bullshit you, my nigga. I wonder, is that the same Mimi XO from Instagram? I don't know. What's the deal, Smash? Explanation load in 2024. This nigga podcast is called I'll Explain All This Later. Yeah, this nigga IG still explanation load. You on bullshit, Smash. Oh, that is Mimi. What's the deal? On Bigo up in this motherfucker. Shout out to it. Nigga, let me at least get through the intro for your ass to try to join, nigga. Let me finish that part, motherfucker. Okay. God damn. Every time you do a live on Instagram, Smash be the first motherfucker. Like, this nigga Smash got like fucking notifications on niggas' lives. Like, nigga, how the fuck you be there for everybody fucking live starting, my nigga? This nigga Smash different, dog. Let me see. Let me see how the sound, cause I'm pretty sure I got the Bluetooth from the Instagram loaded up. So let's see if that nigga could join. Watch that nigga probably done really like left out. I was finna say. What's up, nigga?
What up?
What's up? And
We
you in front of
here?
your fucking backdrop?
Yes, sir.
This nigga in front of his fucking backdrop. Like, when do you leave that motherfucker? Like, do you ever not be wanting to record, nigga? This all
Hey,
I'm a
man, listen. We trying to grind, but you did have a question in the comments that he actually was going to piggyback off my shit.
pause.
Dale Pizzle said, would you get married again, and how do you feel about marriage now? But my question was going to be, what does it take for you to actually know what's wifey material?
What does it take to know what wifey material is? To me personally, that shit is always different, my nigga. And why your kids so loud? This nigga gonna join my live in the room with his kids loud as a motherfucker. Smash got a whole motherfucking football team full of kids, my nigga. A whole NFL starting lineup full of 11 kids, nigga. And 5
Yeah.
substitute kids. That nigga got kids that ain't even really his kids. They substitute kids.
And I'm single too.
And he's
So
single.
just okay.
But he ugly though. So don't even trip. Ladies, if looks don't matter, go holler at Smash if looks don't matter. If you care about looks, leave Smash alone. But if you don't care about looks, see what that nigga talking about. That nigga fertile. If you looking for kids, multiple kids, fuck with Smash. Smash love making babies. Nigga's a professional baby maker. But what is wifey material, my nigga? A wifey material. It all depends on who you are, honestly, my nigga. I feel like it's somebody who you can get along with, somebody who you can have a conversation with that don't involve sex, my nigga. If every conversation that you have with this woman lead to sex, she probably not wifey material. Good for the smack, good to hit, good for knocking down, but not good for wifey, my nigga. Wifey is somebody who fits the categories that where you're weak, she's strong, and vice versa. Y'all gotta complement each other, not just saying, "Oh, you're beautiful, or you're handsome," but somebody who compliments you in other areas, my nigga, like financially, spiritually, even physically, my nigga, because that is a very important element of what it takes to be married to somebody. If the sex trash, it ain't gonna work, my nigga. Period. I don't give a fuck who you is, my nigga. One of the most important factors in any good, strong relationship is sex, my nigga. That's just a reality, dog. If the sex ain't there, the relationship not gonna last. You gonna end up cheating on that motherfucker. But to DLP's question, my nigga, you said DLP asked, would I ever get married again? Absolutely, my nigga. But she got to sweep me off my motherfucking feet, my nigga. What's the deal, Scotian, with the motherfucking potion? Hold on, nigga. Let me get that sound. Scotian with the potion of ism in the building. Like I said, my nigga, I would get married again. I only been live like 5 minutes, my nigga. We got a whole show ahead of a Scotian with the potion. Questions and all that shit, my nigga. This basically a Q&A. But like I said, my nigga, would I get married again? Absolutely. But it would have to be somebody who I can't see myself living without. Like that's the one thing. Like I told myself, if I was to get married again, it would have to be a situation where I couldn't see myself without this woman. Like it just is unfathomable, nigga. Outside of that, nigga, I'm still in these streets, my nigga. I'm out here having fun, nigga, doing what I do, enjoying myself. And what's up, Britt? Britt, I seen you up in that motherfucker too.
In
Pause.
other words, you saying you for the street and you ain't trying to be on the sidewalk. I
Nigga,
feel
I'm
it.
I'm for the streets till I get taken off the streets, my nigga. Until somebody pull me into the driveway, I'm in these motherfucking streets, my nigga. But
I
yeah,
got one
dog.
sidewalk and 1 foot in the street, man.
Hey man,
I I ain't I ain't for either side right now. I'm
fuck that.
chilling
I'm
on.
I'm I'm in the motherfucking streets, my nigga. And the thing is, I'm not even in the streets, meaning like I'm just out here fucking everything moving, or like I'm like easy to get next to, cause that ain't the fucking truth neither, my nigga. Like I'm really staying to myself, but my options is open, nigga. That's all that really mean. Del P said, "What have I learned from marriage? What I learned from marriage is it takes more than love for marriage to last, my nigga. Like in order for a marriage to be successful, it take a whole lot more than I love you and you love me, my nigga. Like y'all really have to be compatible as people. Like another thing that I learned from marriage is people grow at different paces and in different directions, my nigga. And it's not always a bad thing, dog. Like I'm not like bitter about how my marriage went or like unhappy with how it turned out. Like, of course you want a marriage to last forever. That's the plan. That's the goal in a marriage is for that motherfucker to last, from I do to your motherfucking the casket, my nigga. Supposed to be forever. But
Mhm.
it don't always work out like that, my nigga. But I had 13 fucking years, nigga, before I moved out. Like, so shit, nigga, to me, 13 years, that's a cold ass run, nigga. A lot of motherfuckers don't have no 13-year relationship, my nigga. So, you
Yup,
know, I don't feel like my marriage was a failure. I just feel like it didn't last as long as it should have. But it is what it
you
is,
grew
my nigga.
apart.
Yeah, exactly, my nigga. You know it is. It's cool. What he say? I ain't getting married until I'm rich and 50 and up. And that's the thing, dog. Like, I'm not against marriage. I just feel like, like what Scotian said, he ain't getting married till he rich and 50 and up. And that's cool. Like as long as you know what your stipulations is on getting married, that's the best way to go into it. Like you never want to go into marriage because you think that's the right thing to do. Like you don't go into a marriage because you feel like that's what society wants you to do. Like nigga, when you get married, dog, like that should be something that you personally feel like you have to do. Like you should feel spiritually compelled to marry somebody. Like I said, nigga, I'm not marrying nobody unless I literally feel as if I can't live without this motherfucker. Like, nigga, I can't function without this motherfucker. Like, that's the only thing that's gonna get me married, dog. And I don't feel that way about a lot of people. It's no offense to nobody, who I be around or nothing like that. But like, nigga, that's the feeling that I gotta have. Like, nigga, I gotta wake up, eat, sleep, drink, nigga, and always be thinking about this motherfucker. Outside of that, nigga, we gonna be cool until we ain't cool no more. And what he say, I don't even know if it's in my future anymore. Wouldn't mind it. But the way shit is these days, exactly. And that's the fucking thing. Like, I honestly feel like everybody's not gonna meet their soulmate, dog. Like, I genuinely feel like that. Like, nigga, you know how they say there's somebody for everybody? I don't feel like everybody's gonna meet that somebody, my nigga. That somebody might be on the other side of the country. That somebody might be in another country. Nigga, that somebody might have died already, my nigga. Like, everybody's not gonna meet their person, my nigga. Like, life ain't fair. There's some motherfuckers that fuck around and meet they person in high school. There's motherfuckers who meet they person real early in life. And then there's some motherfuckers that ain't never gonna meet they person, my nigga. Sometimes you meet your person at the wrong time. You met your person when you was in your toxic time. And they was ready to do whatever, my nigga. And then, 5 years later, they married to somebody and now you ready and it's too late. That's just how life work, my nigga. Life ain't fair, but it is what it is. What he say? Forever until caskets drop like grandpa or grandma. And that's smooth, my nigga. And that's the fucking thing too. Like, I had this conversation the other night with somebody about why people stayed together longer back in the day, my nigga. Like, back in the days, it was a whole lot of shit that was more acceptable back then than it is now. A whole lot of y'all grandmothers got married at 12 years old and your granddaddy was 24, my nigga. A whole lot of times back in them days, your granddaddy was out there doing whatever the hell he wanted to do. And your grandmama was at home waiting for him anyway. And what's that shit say? Sean Counting Ho? I don't know if that's how you pronounce it. But yeah, nigga, I'll follow you back. But nigga, this a long show. I'm gonna be live, but I'll follow you back. Nigga, I follow everybody back who follow me. Long as you speak English and shit. But what he say, you can lose the love of your life. That God brings into your life and he will take them out of your life too. Yeah, man, and that's the fucking thing. But like I said, nigga, back in the day, it was a whole lot of shit that was acceptable that kept motherfuckers married. On top of the fact that like back in those days, women wasn't as financially strong as they are nowadays. So where back in the day, if you had a good man that was coming home every night, providing and taking care of the household, you stayed with him, no matter what he did outside. Nowadays, my nigga, all it take for a bitch to find a phone number in your phone and she gonna leave you. All it take for you to have an inappropriate conversation at work, the bitch is up out of here, my nigga. You do something to make a woman feel like she unfulfilled or unhappy, she gonna leave your motherfucking ass. Back in the day, it wasn't so much about feeling fulfilled as it was about taking care of the babies, taking care of the household, making sure everything in the house ran smoothly. Nowadays, if a woman is unhappy, she just gonna motherfucking jet the hell out. Marriage ain't what it used to be, my nigga. And I'm not saying that is wrong. I'm just saying that it's different. And what y'all say, social media really did mess everything up. Yeah, social media fucked everything up because social media gave people the illusion of options. The illusion of availability. Like, people look on social media, and because you got a bunch of people in your DM, a bunch of people that's interested, a bunch of people that's looking at you, a bunch of people that's trying to talk to you, people look at that like, oh well shit, I got 1,000 motherfuckers trying to fuck with me. But the thing is, just because you have 1,000 applications on your desk, don't mean that all of those candidates are qualified. I just needed a sip of water. And what you say, T Law? Crazy thing is my grandparents were separated and my great grandmother had a second marriage. So some of them marriages broke up as well for certain reasons. But I feel yeah, exactly. Cause if I'm not mistaken, both of my grandmothers were married twice. So I'm not saying 100%, but like a whole lot of those motherfucking marriages back in the day, abuse would end them. But a lot of times, nigga, cheating wasn't ending them because, motherfuckers had some understandings. I ain't gonna put y'all in my family business, but motherfuckers had understandings when it came to that shit. What it say? I feel like there's too much to fear now in this day and age. Not even so much fear, but just a whole lot of bullshit. Everybody playing defense and the dating pool got pee and nigga the dating pool got fentanyl in it. Just a bunch of hardened hearts, like the holy scriptures tell us in the Bible. Yeah, and that's the thing, like I said, dog, like when it comes to the social media dynamic of relationships now, like I said, the difference between like back in the days and nowadays, back in the day, like the dating pool for your grandparents was just the people in their small area of moving around. Like nowadays, our world is so much bigger, our pool is so much deeper. Because now when you date, nigga, you can literally be dating somebody that live 1,000 miles away. You could be literally dating somebody that live in a different time zone, my nigga. Like motherfuckers be having serious connections with motherfuckers that live 3,000 miles away. You in motherfucking Seattle when you in love with a bitch in Florida. Y'all motherfuckers talk every day on the phone. Y'all FaceTime. Every now and then y'all hop a flight and go see each other. That shit wasn't really existing for our grandparents. Nigga, our grandparents married somebody who, they ran into at a store, at a library, at a fucking juke joint or some shit like that. Like back in them days, like nigga, the dating pool was just people who you looked at with your own two eyes. People who you hollered at, people who you spoke to, people who you built a rapport with and got with. Nowadays, motherfuckers fall in love with shit they see on social media. A lot of times what fucks dating situations up is a lot of motherfuckers fall in love with the image that people create on social media, my nigga. What's going on, Portobello? Like that's the thing. Like a lot of people, and this goes beyond social media, but like even when it comes to real life, like in the beginnings of dating, like those honeymoon phases, a lot of people fall in love with the image of what they think a person should be. So instead of falling in love with a person as a person, you fall in love with what you think a person is, or what you think a person should be, or what it looks like based on what you've seen of a person. What's going on, Dating 101 Be More Edition? Like that's a thing. Like, even when it comes to dating people who you've met in person, like a lot of people fall in love with what they think you and them are going to be, or the image of what they think you and them should be. It's something that I say all the time. We don't live in a should world. We live in an is world, but a lot of people date based on what it should be, what it should look like, what they think you should do, how they think you should act, how they think you should react, how they think you should treat them. And that's not what it is, my nigga. That's why a lot of people be having it fucked up at like, I felt like by this time we should have been married. I feel like you should be doing this for me. I feel like you should be treating me like this or you should be treating me like that. And that ain't the motherfucking thing, my nigga. Like it's not that at all. Dudes, turn this off if you not finna watch it. Turn it off, dog. Like, and that's the thing. Like a whole lot of motherfuckers keep going on based on what shit should be. Go watch that in the room. But like I said, dog, like, that's the same thing with social media. Like you see motherfuckers on social media and you fall in love with that image. You fall in love with them pictures. You fall in love with all of what they show you. Highlight reels and shit like that. Dudes, pause that. Watch that after you get done eating. But like I said, dog, like, that's the thing. Like, so dating is not as fucked up as a lot of us portray it to be, but I feel like a lot of our views on what dating should be is fucked up. And what you say, I think people these days try to rush love too much instead of letting it fall into place, and that's the fucking thing. Like I say a lot on the fucking show, like I believe in starting that coffee. Like let's just enjoy today first. Like let's actually build something. Instead of meeting somebody and then calling your friends like I think I met the one. Oh, I think I got her. You meet a cool dude and then you calling your mama like I think I met somebody, mama. I think he can be the one. Like nigga, quit putting your motherfucking expectations through the fucking roof. Nigga, just enjoy the first date. Enjoy that first coffee. Enjoy those initial conversations. Like get to know this motherfucker before you start falling in love and pretending that y'all motherfuckers supposed to hear wedding bells and you imagining what y'all babies gonna look like and shit. Like goddamn nigga, like we ain't met each other parents yet or nothing. But you already, imagining what we doing 5 years from now. Like nigga, let's make it to Friday. Let's get to the end of the month. Let's get to the end of the year before you get to talking about all this love shit. That's the thing. A lot of motherfuckers be rushing into like wanting to be in love with somebody. I get it, my nigga. Like, love is cool, marriage is cool, being in a relationship is cool. But at the same time, like my nigga, when y'all motherfuckers be setting your expectations through the fucking roof, you're always gonna be disappointed. You always gonna feel like you wasted your fucking time instead of just enjoying today. Instead of being able to say, man, we had a good date. This dude is cool. And just moving on like that, like you already want to hear wedding bells after date number one. What's going on, Bill the Billionaire? And what it say? What I learned, I don't have comfort in just going out to date. I want a friendship first. And the thing is, like, that's how it should always start. Like, we should always start at friends, start at cool. Like, that was a cool little date. I enjoyed that, and we can do that. But like, nigga, like, quit trying to. It's like trying to build a building from the top floor first. Like nigga, let's start at the ground floor. Nigga, let's start in the beginning. Like let's start at finding out what your favorite color is, like finding out what makes you tick, finding out, how you are spiritually. Like a lot of motherfuckers be trying to get in whole marriages with motherfuckers and you ain't even seen this motherfucker mad yet. You ain't never seen this motherfucker deal with loss. You ain't seen this motherfucker deal with tragedy. You don't know how this motherfucker handles money. You don't know nothing about this motherfucker. All you know is what you like about that person. And then you fuck up because when you find out what you don't like, it's too late because you already deeply invested in this motherfucker. Like start at coffee. And what you say, Scotian, even having sex with people so fast to get naked with each other and don't know each other either. And that's the fucking thing, my nigga. Like, I'm not against, having sex early, but at the same time, like, if you want to go past that sex shit, nigga, y'all motherfuckers gonna have to like really look at the whole application, look at their whole resume, nigga, before you start trying to hire their ass for the position. What's going on, my nigga Ant Jr.? Like that's the fucking thing. Like, nigga, sex is cool if you can separate that shit from love, but if you can't, don't do it. Like that's the thing. Like I tell motherfuckers a lot, like when it comes to me personally, like the reason I have such long periods of celibacy is because I understand that some motherfuckers can't separate sex from a relationship. So I don't give everybody sex, my nigga. Like if I feel like that's gonna be something that's gonna fuck our dynamic up, I'm just not gonna do it. Like let me get a good gauge of who you are as a person and how you react and the type of disposition that you have before we go to that. Because I don't want to dick you down something proper and now you over here sitting by my motherfucking window while I'm sleeping in the bed. You over here calling me, who the fuck was that? What was that joke about? What was that podcast about? Nigga, everything I post on social media, you think it's a sub now. You think we in love because I gave you some good dick. Like, chill, my nigga. We ain't doing all that. Hey, dudes, put that on the home screen. Like that's the fucking thing. Like, man, motherfuckers be getting the wrong ideas. So, when it comes to certain things, like you really got to get, like I said, like you got to get a good gauge of who people are before you do certain things with them. They say that part, I got to see you experience some deep shit and see how you handle it. Exactly. He say, that's why it's a fee first. That's why the purse first. Yeah, nigga, hell yeah. Nigga, the motherfucking ism, my nigga. He say, love ain't paying the bills and I ain't following a woman's lead. A woman can't lead a man. And that's the fucking thing, dog. Like, especially with that right there, like, just your ideas of what a relationship is between you and a woman. If a woman can't get with your fucking program, you can't fuck with her. If you an alpha male and you require a woman to be submissive and the woman don't submit, nigga, it should end there. Like me, a lot of times, like I'm real big on the five love languages. So I send a motherfucker the five love languages just to see what type of shit they on before I even take them serious. Just to see if we motherfucking compatible because nigga, we might not even be a good match moving forward. So why the fuck would I try to have a long-term relationship with somebody and we got different love languages that are literally opposite of each other? I like physical touch and quality time. You like receiving gifts and acts of service and shit. So I just want to sit up here and kick it. And you like, damn, nigga, why you ain't buy me nothing? Why you ain't did nothing for me? Why you ain't do this? Why you ain't do that? And I'm like, damn, can we just chill? Can we just enjoy this movie? That's the fucking thing. Like, you got to know who you fucking with and make sure that both of y'all's idea of what it is to fuck with each other aligns because if y'all out of alignment, nigga, they not your assignment, my nigga. Like y'all motherfuckers gonna, it's like the pimpin' say, my nigga, you on the right track, but you on the wrong train, my nigga. A lot of times that train gonna go off the motherfucking tracks, nigga, if she got the wrong destination. So like you gotta make sure that you and her are in alignment, my nigga. Like y'all see relationships the same way, like same with money. There's certain people who feel like 50-50 is cool, both men and women. There's some people who feel like a man's supposed to pay all the bills and the rent and all that shit. Men and women that both believe that. If y'all not in alignment on those financial things, it ain't gonna work. If you a believing 5 times a day praying Muslim and she a Bible beater and she go to church on Sundays, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday night Bible study, eventually y'all gonna clash, nigga, cause who gonna go to church with who? When you look into these religious texts that these motherfuckers believe in, nigga, you and your spouse is supposed to be together in these things. So how is that gonna work if both of y'all are super strong in your faith? That's the thing. Like some motherfuckers be they sexual connection be so strong, they overlook other shit that's very important. And then when that honeymoon phase wear off, they end up breaking apart because that honeymoon wasn't strong enough to sustain, my nigga. After y'all done having sex, which ain't but 15, 20 minutes out of a day, sometime maybe 3 or 4 times a week on a good one, y'all motherfuckers like, even though I love fucking this bitch, I hate everything else about her. And then y'all motherfuckers end up splitting up. After all the cute shit wear off, nigga, now you got that real person and you don't like that motherfucker because y'all out of alignment. And what you say, Aunt Junior, a woman's mind state could be the sexiest part about her. Shit, 99% of the time, nigga, it should be. And what you say, Britt, because everyone thinks they could change somebody. Yeah, that's terrible. And what you say, Scotian with the potion, I read a book in jail when I was locked up. Oh, the love languages, yeah, nigga, that's a good book, my nigga. Like the five love languages, like me, I'm a strong believer in that book, my nigga. Like that book is some real shit. Like nigga, when you got somebody in alignment with at least the five love languages, when y'all close, that shit is sustain a relationship for a long time. Especially when y'all levels is together. What's going on, Benji Banks? BRB 4701. Y'all go check out onehopewine.com. Best Moscato on the planet. And what he say, I'd rather stay celibate. Man, I'm telling you, my nigga, like shit, nigga, my jack off game legendary. And what he say, I believe in that book too. Hell yeah. What's going on, nigga? My little cousin, the real to you. But like I said, my nigga, like when it comes to, relationships and shit, like nigga, there's just some shit that you gotta get ironed out before you get to trying to like fuck with people, fuck on people, my nigga. Like nigga, like what type of person are you as a woman? Like what type of person is he as a man? Like I say, like nigga, do you believe in 50-50 or do you believe in being traditional? Do you believe in being an alpha male with a submissive woman? Are you a alpha female? Cause some alpha females would do better with a beta male. A man who's all about compromise. A man who doesn't mind letting a woman make decisions in the household, my nigga. Like a lot of us, nigga, we might think that shit is preposterous. But there's some relationships that work very well with the woman leading, my nigga. Like a lot of reasons a lot of women can't have healthy, long, sustainable relationships is because they consider themselves to be an alpha female. And every time they run into a alpha male, nigga, they bump heads with them because they don't want to submit. And like me personally, nigga, like I've always said, I don't give a fuck how strong a woman is. I get submission 100% of the motherfucking time. That ain't even something I have no struggle with, nigga. I don't have no problem with that. I don't give a fuck who it is. You gonna submit if you fucking with me. But at the same time, my nigga, like, if I meet somebody who can't meet that requirement, I just ain't gonna fuck with them, nigga. That is very simple. I haven't really come across it, but if I do, that shit not gonna motherfucking last. Because this is a thing too. Like something I had a conversation with as far as men go, and when it comes to a man getting submission, um, you gotta give a woman something to submit to, my nigga. Like if a woman don't see you as a strong leader, she's not gonna follow. If a woman don't see you as being honest, a woman don't see you as being a good decision maker, a woman don't see you as being decisive, a person who could think on their feet, a person who can lead beyond pain, lead beyond tragedy, lead beyond something not going your way. Somebody who's not emotionally driven, she's not gonna want to follow you. She's not gonna want to follow you if she see the same traits where she's weak, you weak too. Like you gotta be a motherfucker that's emotionally intelligent. If a woman don't see you as emotionally intelligent, she's not gonna want to follow you, my nigga. You'll never get submission. You're not gonna get submission just cause you got a dick. You're not gonna get submission just cause you got a good job. You're not gonna get submission just cause you think you a good fucking guy. That's not gonna have a woman follow you. A lot of niggas think a woman just supposed to just bend over, crack her legs open and do all that just cause he a man or just cause he got a good job. Nigga, that ain't the fucking case, my nigga. They gotta see something in you that's gonna make them wanna submit, my nigga. Cause I genuinely feel like all women wanna submit, but they only gonna submit to the right man. And what you say, KC? I don't think 50-50 is a real relationship. There's always gonna be BS. I think that is. You say, but most people out here acting up and caught up in the masses day to day society. True. Second is the vice too, and keeps people poor. Social media. Those are facts. They competing with the dude for no reason other than ego. And that's the motherfucking thing, dog. Like a lot of motherfuckers got it fucked up, my nigga. Like, but a lot of people was raised like that. What's the deal, West LA? The thing is, like a lot of women was raised in households, same with men. Like a lot of households that was led by women got a lot of these niggas looking at their mama as a man. They mama is their daddy. So they don't even know what it is to see a man lead because they've never seen a man lead. Same with a lot of women that was raised by their mama. Their mama was running the household. So they think in their head as a woman, I should be running the household like my mama did. Same with a man. A woman should be leading my household like my mama did. So a lot of niggas don't even know what it's like to see a man lead a household. And that's why a lot of niggas don't have those leadership qualities because they haven't seen it from a man. So even though they know what leadership looks like, the only leadership that they've seen is from a woman. So when they get into a household, dynamic, by all means, like these niggas fall in a line to whatever the woman say. Or a lot of times they have the disposition of a woman, attention seeking, emotionally driven, allowing their emotions to take over, how they get down. That's why a lot of they shit don't work, my nigga, because a lot of these niggas have a female disposition that they learn from seeing their mama be the man of the fucking house. And what you say, Britt, I had a relationship where he waited on me to make the decisions. That's not me. There was no leading or input from his side. Real talk, it's a turn off. And that's the fucking thing. Like, some niggas don't know what it's like to see a man be a leader. Hey Brownie, come turn this TV off. And what he say, that's exactly why I have high standards for a man because I saw how my dad raised us and how he treated my mom. Like that's the fucking thing. Like I said, like, when it comes to me as a father, a whole lot of what I want to be as a father is an example. So even though I'm not with their mom, like I do want for them to see me as a leader, as a strong man, even when it comes to how I treat their mom, whether we get along or not, is irrelevant. Like I'm not gonna mistreat their mom because I don't want them to see that and feel like like that's acceptable. I don't want Brownie to feel like it's acceptable for me to mistreat her mom, and I don't want Deuce to feel like it's acceptable for him to mistreat women, my nigga. Like the best thing that I could be as far as like beyond what I can teach them or tell them is what I show them in my own behavior. Because I understand, dog, like, as a father, nigga, this ain't no easy fucking job, so a whole lot of what you do as a father is the example that you are to your kids. More than just what you buy them or where you take them or shit like that. Like, nigga, they gotta see you, same with, like how I said, as a woman seeing you as a leader. Like, even your kids should see you as a motherfucking leader, my nigga. Especially a man with a son, he should see his father as a leader. He should look up to his father, nigga. Like, just like how when they ask, like, would you want your daughter to date a man like you? It's the same thing. Like, would you want your son to be the same type of man that you are, my nigga? Like, to me, that's a big one, my nigga. Like, I couldn't see myself as a bitch ass nigga and think that I'm gonna raise a nigga that's realer than me. Like, of course I want him to be better than me in every aspect of life, but at the same time, nigga, he won't know what those things are if he don't see those qualities in me, my nigga. Like, he should be like, I want to be a real nigga like my daddy. I want to be a nigga that don't never lie. Nigga, my daddy never lied. Like, nigga, I want to be like how my daddy was, my nigga. My daddy never apologized for shit, nigga. My daddy was a motherfucking alpha male, nigga. My daddy was a real one. My daddy was a hustler. Like, nigga, that's how you want your child to look at you. Like, nigga, all glowing reviews, nigga, everything positive. Like that's the fucking thing, dog. Like, as a parent, you want to be that example. And like I said, like as a man to a woman, you want to be that thing that she looks at like super highly. Like, this nigga right here is cold. Like I said, like, nigga, when it comes to me and getting submission from women, like I don't never fucking have that problem because like just the man that I am and the way that I carry myself, like, nigga, how could you not want to submit to me? Look at me. And it ain't about how I'm handsome and none of that shit, but just how I carry myself. How I conduct myself, my nigga, like my level of honesty, my level of integrity. Just how I treat people around me, whether that be how I treat women, how I treat my kids, how I treat my friends, family, how I treat work, how I approach my day to day, how I take everything serious. Like, nigga, I don't gotta advertise, my nigga. And that's the thing. Like, as a man, like I say about how you supposed to live like people are watching. So as a man, the way that you carry yourself is highly important, my nigga. Because the woman that you fuck with moving forward, nigga, she's watching everything you do. And if she see bitch in you, she's not gonna submit. What's going on, my nigga Blackjack 94 Birmingham up in this motherfucker? And let me get to this other question. That nigga DLP asked that question a long time ago. DLP probably ain't even in the motherfucker no more. How has fatherhood changed? Um, I don't really think fatherhood changed too much, besides, like I say about the fact of, it depends on the eras and the times. And the audio probably sound off Blackjack because um I got my roadcaster running straight to the phone. So it probably sound loud than the motherfucker or like overexposed or some shit. I'm not sure. But yeah, nigga, I got the roadcaster audio feed going into the phone. But like I said, as far as fatherhood, fatherhood changed, like I say, in different ways, but at the same time, a whole lot of it comes from the fact that a lot of fathers didn't have fathers. A lot of us was raised with no man in our household. Like, a lot of us didn't have, a strong male leader in our house. So a lot of, what went wrong with us is, nigga, we don't really know, my nigga. A lot of fathers out here is, flying by the seat of their pants, my nigga. Like, a lot of fathers out here is learning on the fucking job. So, it's hard for a lot of motherfuckers nowadays to do their job effectively when, they motherfucking ass don't really know what the job is. Like, a lot of us is doing the best that we can with the information that we have. So like I say, like, I don't really negatively judge a lot of niggas or judge niggas too harshly, because if your daddy wasn't around, how are you to know what the job even looks like? Like, how are you to know what you doing? Because even the fathers of old times, like there's no book on how to raise children properly, my nigga. Like we don't know. Nobody know. But it's even harder to do effectively when you ain't even had, like, you ain't even seen the shit. Like, at least back in the day, like, nigga, your granddaddy raised your daddy, and your great granddaddy raised your granddaddy, and your great great granddaddy raised your great granddaddy, and so on and so forth. Nigga, a lot of our generation, nigga, shit, we have no clue. Nigga, our mama raised a lot of us. So I give certain niggas grace in those aspects when it comes to, the life certain motherfuckers live. But, as far as if you asking how fatherhood changed, my nigga, like, it changed because a lot of us have a lot less to go off of as far as examples go, my nigga. We are in the information age. There's a lot of information on YouTube. There's a lot of resources out there where you can learn certain shit. But at the same time, like, nigga, it's not like back in the day where you hear niggas quote their daddy all day. Like, oh man, I remember when I was little, nigga, my daddy used to do this and my daddy used to do that. My daddy used to do this. Like, shit. Nigga, a lot of us out here like, shit, nigga, I don't know, nigga. I'm just doing the best that I can with the information that I have. And what you say, Scotia, and the Holy Scriptures tell us how to be as men and women, the holy word of God. And that's the thing too, like they say, nigga, the Bible, the acronym for Bible is basic instructions before leaving earth. That's what they say the Bible is, my nigga. And like I say, nigga, y'all niggas hear me quote the Bible a lot on this show. Even though I'm no longer a Christian, nigga, it's a whole lot in the Bible that I do believe, my nigga. Like, it's some good shit in there, my nigga. Like when my kid's mom was pregnant with Deuce, I would read Proverbs to him every day, like while he was in the womb, my nigga. Like I would read, different parts of Proverbs, nigga, on a daily basis, just as he was in the fucking womb. Like, it's some good information in there, dog. But like I say, like, that shit hit different when you see it in person. Like that shit hit way different when you see the personification of manhood in front of you. Like the text is the text and that's cool. But like, nigga, that shit is way stronger when you watch your dad run that household, nigga. When you see your dad, nigga, when your dad is the one correcting you, nigga, when your dad is the one creating the structure for the household, setting the tone, setting the pace for everything. That shit hit a whole lot different. When you see your mom submit to your daddy, when you see how your mom love your daddy, when you see how your mom treat your daddy, that shit hit a whole lot different, my nigga. Like just like how I said about how a whole lot of women have problems submitting to men because they never saw their mom submit to a man. So they don't even know what submission look like. A lot of motherfuckers don't even have the correct definition for submission. And what you say, KC, fatherhood for a girl is very important because as a father, you have to set the tone for her and what she should look for in a man. You are her mold and her first love. Exactly. And that's the fucking thing. Like, like I say, like, as how I treat Brownie. Like, nigga, I'm gonna be a hard act to follow, nigga. I ain't gonna front, my nigga. Like, you gonna have to be a cold motherfucker to get Brownie. Because nigga, I don't want a nigga to simply be able to tell Brownie she's beautiful and she gonna crack her legs open because she ain't never heard that before. Oh my God, you taking me on a date? I've never been on a date before. Oh my God, you're treating me half decent. I've never had that before. Oh my God, I'm in love. This is a new feeling for me. No. Like, nigga, I don't want Brownie to fall for nothing less than what she saw of me and her mom, my nigga. Like, nigga, I bought her mom a motherfucking house. Like, nigga, Brownie, it's gonna take a whole lot, my nigga. That shit not, it's not finna be no easy out for no nigga to just try to get Brownie. On top of just how I treat her. If y'all follow me on social media, y'all know, nigga, me and Brownie is like this, my nigga. We super tight. So it's not finna be a situation where Brownie ain't never felt love from a man before. Like, nigga, she gets plenty of that. So you gonna have to smother her with that shit. If you gonna get brownie, my nigga, that shit not finna be easy. Like a whole lot of the reason a lot of these women do have low self-esteem. A lot of the reason that these women are a whole lot easier to fuck with is because they didn't get that from a man, my nigga. That shit didn't come. My personal IG is Uncle Dolemite. Uncle Dolemite. Scotian with the potion. That's my personal page. What's going on, little SKTR? I think that's Skater, nigga. What's the deal though? But like I said, a whole lot of the reason that a lot of women find it difficult, to submit in a whole lot of these relationship dynamics is because they haven't seen it, nigga. They don't know what submission looks like from their mama. They never seen their mama love a man properly. So they don't know what that shit look like either, my nigga. Like I say, a whole lot of the breakdown beyond social media is a lot of us don't have these examples no more. Like how we talk about our grandparents. We don't say our parents. We don't say, oh, like, oh, nigga, I want a relationship like mom and daddy. Nigga, a lot of us didn't have that, my nigga. So with us, nigga, like a lot of us is trying to learn that shit on the job. And it's harder and harder because of social media. Because we have a whole lot of different factors that our moms and dads didn't have, that our grandparents didn't have. So it's difficult. We got a whole lot of shit working against us. But the thing is, a whole lot of people have to learn to just listen, listen to understand more than listening to respond. Like actually communicating, understanding the fact that communication is two people exchanging ideas, receiving ideas, not just you articulating yourself, not just you getting your point across, understanding what this motherfucker's talking about, understanding where this person is coming from, as opposed to you just talking your ass off. Motherfuckers be swearing they communicating. Yeah, nigga, you're talking. Communicating is listening and understanding. If you not understanding where they coming from, y'all motherfuckers ain't communicating properly. Like I was telling motherfuckers about active listening, nigga. Sometimes like you gotta repeat what they said so you can understand what they said. Could you elaborate on that? Cause I don't think I understood what you said right there. And not taking offense when somebody does that, my nigga. A lot of times, people be talking with their emotions instead of talking with their logic. Especially men. Like I said, nigga, a whole lot of where men fuck up at is men be letting they fucking emotions drive how they communicate. That's a female thing, my nigga. You as a man, you supposed to be able to lead beyond that. Beyond hearing something you don't like. Beyond a woman doing something you don't like. Nigga, you should be able to conduct yourself as a man in all fucking scenarios, my nigga. Again, that's when a woman will submit to you. When she knows that even when she say something you don't like, you gonna keep your mind about yourself, my nigga. You gonna keep your mind at a certain level because you a man and you understand. We might be having a miscommunication right now. We might be having a misunderstanding right now. But we're gonna come to an understanding because that's the whole reason we're having this conversation. If you can't talk without using your hands, if you can't talk without getting in your feelings, you can't talk without, going bigger than she go or allowing her to set the tone by turning a disagreement into an argument, she's not gonna want to follow you, my nigga. Because you trying to out bitch the bitch. You trying to be more feminine than she is. You trying to match her energy. That's feminine energy that she bringing. Why you trying to match that? And what you say, Britt? Real talk. First time a guy insisted on me never touching the door, I thought that was the most amazing thing because I never had that example. And that's the fucking thing. Like, nigga, a man shouldn't have no easy go at you because your daddy never was there to show you the right thing. But the thing is, that's a reality nowadays. A whole lot of women never had that. So when the first time they encounter a gentleman, they be blown the fuck away. Like I was talking about that shit like when I first got out of my marriage and started dating. Like just on the fact that I was a gentleman, women is like, what? You open doors? What? You paying for my food? Oh my God, thank you. You paid for my Big Mac? Oh my God, you let me supersize it? Oh shit, you let me put cheese on the burger? Oh my God. I'm like, what? You impressed by this little bullshit? This ain't nothing. But that's the thing. A lot of women never been completely really treated right by a man, so they just be blown away when you do some simple shit. And like I say, like, that's a problem with what we got going on in the dating game. A whole lot of motherfuckers is just flying. We literally learning on the fucking job because a lot of us didn't have no example. So we just learning as we go, my nigga. A whole lot of motherfuckers is coming into the game with a whole lot of emotional trauma because nigga, we didn't see that. So we gotta learn all those lessons that we should have seen our parents and grandparents learn. We gotta learn them for ourselves. Nigga. So a whole lot of us, nigga, we bumping our head like no generation in the history of the world. Cause we don't have those examples, nigga. All we have is options. And what you say, KC? My mom always said God gave you two ears and one mouth for a reason, so you could listen more than you talk. Hell yeah. And what you say, Scotian with the potion, but why do they go for busters and going for people who don't treat them right and properly? Honestly, I feel like a whole lot of the reason that a lot of women go for niggas who treat them fucked up is because, and this is human nature too, because niggas do the same thing. Niggas will fuck with a punk ass bitch before they fuck with a good girl because it's exciting. A lot of people fuck with who's exciting. Like a punk bitch is a challenge. That's why a lot of niggas fuck with a punk bitch. So is a punk ass nigga. A punk ass nigga's a challenge to a woman. A nigga who's super stable, a nigga who's super nice, that's why women be like, he's too nice. I'ma walk all over him. That's no fun for them. That's why they don't like those type of niggas, because those type of niggas are boring. Like I tell motherfuckers this shit all the time. Like, when it come to like me doing consultations with people, nobody's gonna fuck with somebody who bores them. Like that's the thing. Like if I feel like a bitch ain't no challenge, I'm probably not gonna want to fuck with her neither. Like in the movie Coming to America, that scene where he was like, so what do you like to do? Whatever you like to do. What do you like to eat? Whatever you like to eat. Like bitch bark like a dog. Woof, woof. Like, okay, dumbass, get the fuck out of here. Like I want somebody who's gonna challenge me. I want somebody who's gonna push me. That's the thing, my nigga. Like fucking with somebody who ain't no challenge is gonna be fucking boring. And what he say, heard this before, and these types of answers as well. That's the thing. You say that's not using your brain though. Well, like that's the fucking thing. Like I said, dog. Like you want to fuck with somebody who's stable, but a lot of times we don't get to that point until we reach ages of maturity, and sometimes it'll be too late by then. Like when you young, you definitely going for who's exciting. When you young, two stupid motherfuckers be having the strongest relationships, my nigga. A stupid ass nigga and a stupid ass bitch. Y'all gonna have amazing sex, amazing arguments, and amazing love for each other because y'all is two stupid motherfuckers. So y'all compatible as hell because nigga, that's y'all niggas got a big stupid ass bowl of gumbo together, my nigga. And that's the thing. And then, like after you hit a certain age and you done fucked with 200 stupid ass niggas and this nigga done fucked with 200 stupid ass bitches and you got three baby mamas and she got three baby daddies and now y'all both want somebody stable and y'all looking at each other's fucking past and you like, I ain't fucking with no bitch with three baby mamas. And she looking like I ain't fucking with no niggas with three baby daddies. Y'all both was the same stupid back in the day. But y'all looking at each other's past as a red flag. Like that's the fucking thing, my nigga. Like compatibility's a motherfucker. But like I say, like a whole lot of where people fuck up at is, and this is something that like I was just talking about with somebody. Like I give young people a lot of grace because at 41 years old, it will be easy for me to look at a motherfucker 26 making mistakes and be like, that nigga stupid as hell. But then I got to think back to when I was 26 and the mistakes that I was making. Like I be telling motherfuckers, like everybody want to shit on Sexy Red, like Sexy Red is the worst thing that ever happened in hip hop. Nigga, in my day, we was listening to Kaya, my nigga. Sexy Red not new. Kaya wasn't new when Kaya came out. Before Kaya, there was Lil Kim, my nigga. You know, like there's been nasty bitches in music forever. Just like toxic ass niggas. You know, we might listen to these new rappers talking about sliding and smoking dead ops and all that shit. Like, nigga, we wasn't listening to Gucci Mane and all them, my nigga. You know, damn, nigga, did they end my live on my motherfucking Too Much Game page? That's crazy, my nigga. Damn, nigga, Instagram is coming against this motherfucking game. That's wild as hell. Nigga, my lives on motherfucking the Too Much Game page used to be long as shit. Nigga, now them motherfuckers is cutting my lives on the what that shit say? Nigga, we're having trouble starting this live. Boy, Instagram is coming against this motherfucking game. It wasn't even 55 minutes. It wasn't even a whole hour they cut my live on Instagram. Nigga, now y'all see what I be saying. Nigga, Instagram on baby back bullshit. Nigga, did Instagram cut off? I don't know, nigga. But you know, like I keep on telling y'all, nigga, Instagram bullshit anyway. Nigga, fuck IG. You know, nigga. But like I said, dog, like, you know, when it comes to, you know, looking back into the past and what it was in the past as opposed to what it is nowadays, like, we gotta give the younger generation grace because it's different, my nigga. You know, it's the same, but it's different. They still got lessons that they gotta learn. Just like the lessons that we had to learn back in our day when we was young, my nigga. They making the same mistakes that we made. You know, it's easy to look back at your age of maturity and look at a younger motherfucker and be like, why don't you know that? For the same reason you didn't know it when you was that age. You know, it'll be like looking at a fucking toddler and asking them, why you can't talk? Why you can't make full sentences? Why you can't run? Why you can't do jumping jacks? Because they got a whole long way to go, my nigga. They got a whole lot of lessons to learn. Nigga, same with us, my nigga. It's a whole lot of shit that we didn't know at one point that we know now. You know, just like them. You know, just like I say, like why the dating game with us is so fucked up. You know, because nowadays, nigga, there's some shit that nigga we just don't fucking know. It's fucked up, but it is what it is, my nigga. And let me try to do a fucking trick on Instagram. What the fuck, nigga? Did somebody it say it removed my content, nigga? That's crazy, nigga. My motherfucking live got shut down and fucked up on Instagram, my nigga. On my Too Much Game page, nigga. I ain't even say nothing crazy. Yeah, nigga, Instagram be coming against the game, my nigga. I'm telling you, dog. If I could, I really would delete Instagram. Nigga, Instagram on full blown bullshit, my nigga. You know, my live ended on IG for some goofy ass reason. I don't even know what the fuck happened. But that motherfucker show say it removed my content. Let me see why. We removed your content. It looks like you share something that attacks a person, a group of people, based on who they are. What the fuck could that have possibly been, my nigga? Hate speech. Repeatedly breaking our rules can cause more account restrictions. Nigga, how we made this motherfucking decision? Nigga, let me go ahead and request a review. The restriction is too harsh. You misunderstood my content. Nigga, that's all this shit, my nigga. Like, nigga, what the fuck? What should we know about your content? It was to raise awareness, my nigga. What the fuck? That shit is crazy, my nigga. I fucking hate Instagram, dog. I hate Instagram with all my heart. I ain't gonna front. Like Instagram be going so hard to fuck your content up, my nigga. Like nigga, really don't be saying shit. But these punk motherfuckers be putting restrictions on niggas' accounts. Like that shit crazy as fuck. Y'all niggas remove my live and I'm over here talking about relationships. Nigga, I'm over here literally, you know, giving game, nigga trying to help motherfuckers, giving advice and motivation and shit like that. And Instagram remove my motherfucking live. This should say you are no longer eligible to use Instagram's branded content tools. Like, man, that nigga, boy, I hope Zuckerberg take a real long ride down a real short cliff, my nigga, on some real shit. Like, please, swan dive off the highest cliff into the emptiest swimming pool you can find. Cause nigga, Instagram be on big old bullshit. Like, Nigga, it's like nigga, no matter what I do on that motherfucker, they gonna try to find a way to fuck that shit up, my nigga. Like, I swear to God, I pray to God we find a new social media platform to get on because Instagram bullshit, my nigga. You know, like even if it is somebody supposedly report my content because somebody said that they was like, man, it's probably somebody reporting all your shit. Well, the thing is, even if there's somebody that's reporting my content, like there should be a system in place where, you know, like it would be like if somebody was to dial 911 and tell the police that you was murdering people. And then when they get to your house, there's no bodies, there's no weapons, there's no evidence of this happening. So it should be like, well, we gonna get the person that keep reporting you because they filing false police reports. Like Instagram, nigga, if somebody just keep reporting your shit and they gonna take your page down just cause somebody reporting your shit, nigga, they should get the person that's harassing you and reporting your shit, nigga. They shouldn't get you for it. You know, so even if it is somebody that's reporting my page, like, nigga, how am I in trouble because I got a hater? That don't even make no sense, my nigga. Like, why does the algorithm work in that way? You know, like nigga, Instagram garbage as fuck, my nigga. Like on some real shit. Like, nigga. That's the wackest social media platform of them all. It's the most popular because that's where everybody at. You know, and like we was talking about like fan base. And fan base is cool too, but like, you know, nobody wants to be there because that's not where people are. You know, it's like human nature, dog. Like people want to be where everybody at. You know, so while everybody's on Instagram, even though Instagram garbage is fuck, that's where all the people at. So that's where all the people want to be. Like, nigga, don't nobody want to go to a party that ain't nobody at. So even if it's a whack ass party playing trash ass music, if it's 50,000 people at that party, you gonna go anyway, my nigga. You gonna go to the party because that's where all the pretty bitches is at. So even if you hate all the music that they playing, the food is garbage. It's hot than a motherfucker. You know, the dance floor is squeaky and crinkly. You know, you done twisted your ankle getting in that motherfucker. You still want to go because that's where all the people at. That's what Instagram is. Instagram is that garbage ass party that all the pretty girls is at, my nigga. You know, that's genuinely how I feel about the motherfucker. Because trust me, if I could delete it, I would. But that's where a nigga audience is at. You know, that's where you can share all your content and get all your shit off at. That's literally the only reason I'm on it. You know, I deleted Facebook because it's not really a whole lot of growth on Facebook. Nigga, Facebook growth is slow. You know, you can't go viral as fast on Facebook without motherfuckers sharing your shit. And a lot of times, depending on what it is, nigga, your friends and family ain't gonna share your content. You know, so it is what it is on there, nigga. So I deleted that motherfucker. Well, I got banned in 2019. I just never got it back because I didn't care for it. I don't like no platform that Zuckerberg runs, honestly, because it's all bullshit. It's all algorithmically ran. It's not human ran. You know, so if somebody's reporting your content, instead of a human person going through and actually reviewing it and saying, yeah, you was wilding or no, you wasn't tripping. They just let the algorithm do it. So if they find a cuss word or two, they gonna fuck your shit up, my nigga. You know, like I really wish I was like better with the whole Twitter shit and Twitter had, you know, certain tools like the ability to go live and things like that. Cause I'll be on Twitter. Cause honestly, my nigga, Instagram is garbage, dog. Like Instagram, super trash. But you know, just to put a pin on the whole episode, you know, because it turned into a big ass relationship show. Take things one day at a time, my nigga. Get to know people. You know, work on your skills of communication. You know, as a man, do the best that you can to be the best that you can. Be a leader, my nigga. You know, if you want submission, you have to be something to submit to. You know, like nigga, be decisive. Be a good decision maker. You know, be somebody who can be emotionally intelligent. You know, nigga, don't allow your emotions to get you so riled up that you can't conduct yourself as a man. You can't make smart decisions because you can't make decisions that go beyond your emotions, my nigga. You know, like I understand that when you in an emotionally heightened scenario, your IQ drops and you don't make good decisions. Sometimes you got to be able to step back, um, gather yourself and make decisions based on logic. Even when it comes to communication, even when it comes to arguing. Something that I do when I'm in a situation where I'm in an argument or I'm in a disagreement with somebody, I just get quiet. I'll be like, let's just have this conversation later. Like, let's allow our emotions to simmer down a little bit and then we can revisit this conversation. But right now, while we're both in an emotionally heightened state, we might say something that either of us don't mean. So let's go back into our corners and come back and we can have this conversation like two adults. And again, that's the leadership of a man. You as a man should be able to do something just as simple as that. And if you can't do that, you'll never get submission. But I'm gonna drop the mic on that shit. This has been your host, Uncle Dolemite of the Too Much Game podcast, live from the sanctuary once again. If you would like to support me financially, you can cash at me at Uncle Dolemite, Uncle Dolemite, or get you some merchandise at Too Much Game Podcast.store, TOO Much Game Podcast.store. Support the motherfucking squad, Townhouse Media, Town E House Media. The Sports for You podcast, Sports number 4 letter U, live on Tuesdays and Fridays, 6:30 p.m. Pacific time. Live on YouTube, Facebook, and a few other platforms. Just follow them niggas and you'll see where they be live at. Um, check out both my YouTube pages, Uncle Dolemite, spelt like how it is, and the Too Much Game podcast page. My last video on my personal YouTube page, Uncle Dolemite, I got one of my comedy sets on there. So if you want to see what I do on stage and how I get my comedy on, follow my YouTube page, my nigga. Hit the like button, please. Subscribe, please. And leave a comment, no matter what. Even if you think that shit whack, nigga, leave a comment saying, if it's whack, say it's whack, my nigga. However you feel about it, leave a comment about it because all that shit is important. All that shit helps the algorithm. Comments and likes are important. If you want to support your friends in any way, go to their fucking social media pages or their YouTube, subscribe, hit the like button, leave comments, interact with their content, my nigga, because that's the only way that they channels, they pages, and all of their business is gonna grow. They need those interactions, nigga. That shit is important. But that's it. I ain't here to help you get bitches. I'm here to help you get better. Too much game.